Okay.
I'm glad to see you all. When it started to rain and the trees started to go like this, I thought, oh my goodness, you guys might not make it. I know a lot of you have been looking out the window over here. You can see the hillside and the steps coming up the hill. Get a feel of how the Freedom Seekers came up here to this house. I know you guys visited the Freedom Center yesterday, was it? Today. So you've been to the Freedom Center today, and did you have the chance to see the movie Brothers of the Borderland? A good bit of that film was filmed right here in and around this house, so you may recognize bits of the house as you go through the house. You can see, I hope you can see, if it's rain has slacked off enough, you can see the village of Ripley down at the bottom of the hill, and I know that you guys went through Ripley. Actually, I was able to hear you guys on the phone as Jerry was telling you about the houses that you were passing on your way up here. The Freedom Seekers, of course, after coming across the river, would have to come through town and come to the base of this hill, come up the hill to this house, but they would know that this house was a safe house because the Rankins did keep a signal light in the window. You probably remember the scene in the movie where they put the lamp in the window. It would have been one of these front windows that faces south towards the river and Kentucky, so that Freedom Seekers would be able to see that light and know that if they were able to get here, there would definitely be someone here who would help them. I have a 1840s woodcut here, and I'll just set it on the piano so people can look at it. And there's another one of it over here on this table. This shows you Ripley back in the 1840s. You'll notice that the hillside was cleared. It was cultivated. It wasn't all in trees like it is today. So Freedom Seekers probably came up the sides of the hill through the woods rather than straight up the hill, which was exposed. I did hear Jerry telling you about Mulberry Alley as you pass Mulberry Street. Mulberry Street runs all the way from Front Street up back to 4th Street, which is the last street at the back of town. Just like the alleys in Ripley, they run from Front Street back to the back of town. Freedom Seekers were able to run along these alleys to come to the back of town. And of course, if the weather were more clement, you guys would get a chance to actually walk on the steps and get a little bit of a taste of what it might have been like for the Freedom Seekers. I know from you got the realization from the movie that Rankin was a minister. He was a Presbyterian minister. Came here to Ripley in 1822 to preach at the Presbyterian Church here in Ripley. But he also came here to Ripley because he heard that there were lots of abolitionists here. And I heard Jerry telling you how Ripley was known as that abolitionist hellhole. People over in Kentucky did not care for Ripley at all, because there were so many abolitionists here. And I know you guys will be visiting Oberlin tomorrow, is it? Ripley was almost an abolitionist town like Overland. There were so many abolitionists here. Most of the furnishings that you see in the house didn't actually belong to the Rankins. They're from the Ohio Historical Society's collections. But we do have some family pieces. We've got some portraits of Reverend Rankin here and some other family members. We also have one of Reverend Rankin's Bibles here on this marble top table. This Bible is a study Bible. It has commentary on the page along with the scripture. The commentary is actually by Matthew Henry, who some of you may be familiar with. This is actually a 3-volume Bible. There's 1 volume of the New Testament and 2 of the Old Testament because there's so much commentary. You will notice as you go through the house places where there's paint missing from the walls in this room.